Hello today. All right, we're having such a great time talking about faith and emotions and how you have to just really run past those emotions no matter what's going on in your life and just have some faith, okay? But today we're talking about the SHUNAMMITE woman, okay? And sometimes I say it's the story of, but these are not just stories. This really happened. I believe every single solitary word of the Bible. And so in this case, this was a woman. She was prominent, remember? And she was, had a good husband. He was just old, and she had a lovely home. She decided to just fix a meal for Elijah at first. Every time he would come to the town, she would fix him a nice meal, and then she decided, I'm gonna make him a little room too. I'm gonna put him a lamp in there and a bed and just make it really comfy, and whenever he comes, he could stay here. And so he did. And then one day he called her and he said, he called his servant and said, I wonder how I can repay her for what she's done for me. And the servant said, she does not have a son and her husband is old. So he called her and he said, you know what? This time next year, you're going to hold a son. And know what she said? She said, don't lie to me. She said, please, do not lie to me. All right. I love that so much because that emotion is of disbelief. It's like we all would feel like, okay, if I was, in her situation, I'd probably be thinking the same thing. I've gone all this time and I've done everything right and I still don't have a child. Please just don't lie to me. Okay, and we know the story is true that she did have a son that time next year. She had a wonderful son, and so we're gonna this is a part 2. There is a part 2 to this, which I'm gonna do next. Okay, but again, let's talk about the emotion here. The emotion was what? Was just really disbelief. I wouldn't say it was fear. It was just like, oh, you write down. Tell me what it could be besides. I don't know if disbelief is an actual emotion or is it just a mental. But anyway, that's what it was. But she had been faithful. This is the story of her just being faithful, just being kind, And again, we think of faithfulness as like, I'm going to raise you from the dead. I'm going to heal it, touch you, and I'll give you prophecy. All of those things, yes, those are good. But sometimes it's just being kind, being there for someone who needs you, or just doing something that, you wouldn't normally do for somebody. So she started off, like you said, just being nice. Here's some food. And then she created a whole room that was really special to him. So do that. Let's do that. Let's extend our arms to each other in this day and time when everyone seems to be pushing people away. I'm pushing my friends away, pushing my family away, pushing my mom away, pushing my dad away, pushing my brother. People are pushing people away. Let's not do that. Because faith too expresses itself in love. It does. It does.
Oh, shucks.